Hi guys, welcome back to another video, and this week we're down at the coast. We're down at Southampton. We brought my daughter down for an open day at the university where she might be going, so I brought along another vlogger, photographer friend who brought Mark down here for a few hours, and I ain't been here for years and years. Don't know what I'm going to come away with. Long exposures I think might be on the cars today, so see what we can get. Working my way along the beach. Mark's around somewhere, and we're working our way down to what looks like some sort of boat ramp, I think. And I think that would be like a really nice foreground interest for a long exposure. I'm interested in the chimneys and the power station type place over there, so that's what I'm looking to shoot. So yeah, long exposure off the end of this boat launch. I suppose it's the boat launch. Something a bit minimal with something in the background, maybe. Don't really know. They've not been here for a long time. So quite excited to see what I'm going to get myself. So let's have a look. Okay, so what have I got? I got 10. I got 10 stop, and I got a 0.3 soft grad as well. Because we're right in the middle of the day, really. So not the most ideal time to be shooting, but beggars can't be choosers. I'm up to 30-second exposure at f10 ISO 100, using the 10 stop and a soft edge nice 3-stop filter, 3-stop grad filter, and it's an okay image. But I think what I'm going to do is put the 15 stop on and see if I can drag that exposure out a bit better. The clouds, you've got a little bit of movement in the clouds, but not a lot. And I want streaming clouds. So if I can get that to about 4 minutes, I'll be happy. It's actually got really warm down here now. So set that 4-minute exposure off. And hopefully I can get some of these clouds that are streaming across to create a bit of movement in the image while smoothing out all the water. So I'm going to let this play out, see what we get. If it's any good, I'll get to stick it up. Okay, so we've got the road a little bit and we're now at Netley Abbey. It's a lovely old ruin of the abbey. We're actually the only ones here in the car park, which is quite hard to believe actually, but I'm not complaining. It's nice to be somewhere on our own. Probably looking at black and white to see if I can get some detail out of this stonework. The stonework on this place looks pretty insane. And being in the building trade myself, I can appreciate just what goes into some of this stonework. So yeah, so I'm going.
Stopped and grabbed it.
Okay, we're walking around the abbey. I found some of the old footprints of some of where the old walls would have been, I suppose. Some of the old pillars maybe. It's given me a lovely foreground interest to the window that's at the back there. Clouds are moving a little bit, it's got a little bit cloudier. I've got a 0.3 grad on as well, just to bring that sky back in a little bit. It's given me F11 for 25th of a second, ISO 100. I think that's just a really nice shot actually. I probably will convert it to black and white back at home, but nah, I'm really pleased with that, as well. I'm going to stick it up along with a few others I could take from around the abbey, and any comments, leave in description. Okay, so that's a few shots from this part of the ruin. I'm really pleased with it. I've been inside one of the rooms over there and got a nice shot of the ceiling. Some nice sort of gothic type, silhouette type shots as well against the sky. And these things that I'm sat on now make great foreground interest in this area. So really pleased with what I've come away with here. Can't believe we're on our own. So we're going to work our way around that way, I think, on round the back of it, and see what we can find around there. Ceilings in these places are just absolutely phenomenal. Actually wondering how they're staying up at all. The amount of work that must have gone into them years ago is beyond me really. They certainly don't build them like this anymore, that's for definite. I think everywhere you look around here there's compositions all over the place. There's obviously the ruin, which is in good condition for a ruin, if you know what I mean. And you've got like an old tree there that could make for a nice foreground, or something that's going to balance up the image quite nicely. So yeah, really enjoying this place. Okay, so we've just stopped at a cafe down the road, working our way back towards Southampton. It's clouded over a little bit now, nothing too serious. It's still nice and warm, it's still a nice day. But we found some little spikes that are in the gravel, in the sand, or in the sand, in the shingle then, if you like, shingle beach. What looks like used to be an old pier or an old walkway or something like that. But they create quite a nice leading line. Now, it's a real shame actually that the tide's out, because if the tide was in with a little bit of water around them, I think they'd be perfect. But we're using them anyway to see if we can't lead us into the church just down the way. And if you look in the trees down there, there's a little castle. I say little, it's a little castle from here. It's obviously quite a big castle because it's a castle. But I think the shot would be better if these had some water around them. So just picking out bits and pieces with the long lens. I'm not sure what we're at. I think we might go on just a little bit further down. Got a little bit more time to kill yet before my daughter's ready to be picked up. So yeah, I think a couple of shots here that I'm quite happy with. Yeah, I'm using the 100 to 400 lens, various different settings which I'll put up with the photos. So yeah, having a very enjoyable day. Okay, real shame that the tide is so far out. That would have been a nice shot to end the day, but I'm not going to even bother taking it. It needs water. It needs water around it for a long exposure shot, and it's just not there, so there's no point. There's another groin just here to my right, or steps into the sea, and again, they need water around them. The tide's out quite a way, as you can see, and the groin there is not covered in water at all. So that's a shame. But that being said, it's been a really nice day, been a really good day out. A really enjoyable day out, and more of a recce trip, I would say, than anything else. It's just been a finding out trip as to see what's down here. So there's a castle along there. We've been up to the Abbey and along to the gardens down the far end there as well. So all in all, really enjoyable day. With Mark's company as well. So I'll put a link to Mark's channel up here somewhere, as always. And I'm going to call it a day there. So from Southampton, from myself and from Mark, who's just there, saying his goodbyes. I'll see you next time. Bye for now. What your heart tells you